Hey people, welcome to another grocery haul and meal plan. This meal plan in which I spend more money than I'm supposed to as we prepare for the baby to be here and I make some extra food and start stocking up a little bit. I filmed this all out of order. So yeah, it's Saturday afternoon. I filmed the groceries this morning and then we actually got them last night, which is Friday. And yeah, so really fast before we jump into what we're making, let's take a look at what I had in my freezer that I used to kind of help offset the cost of this grocery haul. Roll that beautiful freezer footage. So here is what I have left over from the last meal plan, minus the pasta, which has been around for a while. I have this pork tenderloin, some pepperonis. This is pizza dough, some cooked shredded chicken, heavy whipping cream, some low-fat cream cheese, 2 chicken breasts, some shredded Parmesan cheese, well, grated, I guess, not shredded, a whole block of pepper jack cheese. Did I already say sun-dried tomatoes? Got the sun-dried tomatoes. Oh, excuse me. And some pasta that's been in my cabinet since, I don't know, last month sometime. So let's make a plan to use up these ingredients. I can speak English, people, I promise. Okay, welcome back. That's everything I had in my freezer that I was using to help plan this meal plan for the next 2 weeks. Didn't help offset the cost, but you'll hear more about that later. So let's talk about what we're making. So last night, which was Friday, which is when we started planning for, we planned for 2 weeks, Friday to 2 weeks from Friday. And we try to stay within $250 for 2 weeks, so $125 a week. Yesterday, Friday, we went to my in-laws' house, so we didn't have to worry about any food then. Tonight, which is Saturday, I'm gonna make a sun-dried tomato and chicken pasta with most of the ingredients for that I actually have on hand, which is really exciting. Tomorrow is Sunday and I'm gonna make chili, but I'm gonna double the portion of chili that I make and freeze half of it. On Monday, I'm gonna do a simple chicken and vegetable lo mein. Excuse me, pregnancy. Whew. Tuesday, we're just gonna have leftovers. Wednesday, we're gonna do homemade pizza. I have some dough in my freezer, as you saw, and then I already have some pepperonis on hand because we only use about half a bag of pepperonis and peppers and other things that we use. I really only have to get cheese for that today. Thursday, we're gonna do some type of Asian-inspired tofu dish. I think that I have let me see if I can find it. It's not on here. I think that it's probably gonna be some type of like General Tso's tofu. And then Friday, so a week from yesterday, we are gonna either go to my in-laws' house or we'll have breakfast for dinner if we don't end up going to their place. On Saturday, I'm doing a slow cooker Hawaiian chicken taco recipe, but I'll make it in the slow cooker, and then I will also, at the same time I'm prepping what's going into the slow cooker, in a freezer bag, I will prep the raw ingredients again and then pop it in the freezer. And that way, whenever I'm postpartum and little girl is here in the first couple weeks, we can just pull it out, defrost it, and throw it in the crock pot and have a really easy dinner. On Sunday, I'm using up that other half of the tenderloin. We're gonna do a slow cooker pork tenderloin. On Monday, we're gonna make salmon cakes again. On Tuesday, we're gonna do a chicken pot pie using that shredded chicken that I have in the freezer. I need to probably go ahead and prep some pie dough. That way I don't have to worry about trying to make pie dough on Tuesday after work. That would be awful. Wednesday, we're gonna do leftovers. Thursday, we're gonna do a breakfast skillet, which is like potatoes and sausage and eggs and salsa and stuff like that, all cooked in a Lodge pan. And then Friday, the last Friday of the 2-week series, we're gonna either go to my in-laws' house or I'm gonna make chicken meatballs. So my plan for those chicken meatballs is to triple the recipe, bake off all the meatballs, and then keep them in the freezer. And they can be used in like sriracha, honey sriracha meatball meal prep. We can throw some barbecue sauce on them, or we can put them with marinara sauce and just have a variety of options to have on hand for when the baby is here. So yeah, I've already been grocery shopping. It was wild. It looked like pre-pandemic shelving. It was crazy. I think it was a mixture of like being out of everything, but also they had like no help. So please, when you go to the grocery store, be kind to your grocery store workers, because so many people are sick right now and it's just falling really heavily on the people that are there. That's what the girl who was checking me out, she was telling me, that like most of their people are sick because of the holidays. So please be kind to your grocery store workers, okay? They didn't ask for this any more than you asked for it. And yes, it's annoying and frustrating when there's not stuff there, when the lines take forever, when you have to spend $300 in self-checkout because there's not a line attendant. But imagine if you had to work there for 8 to 9 to 10 to 11 to 12 hours a day. Yeah, be kind to your grocery store workers. Anyways, that's my TED Talk for today. Let's jump into this grocery haul and I'll show you what I got and how much money I spent. Okay, bye. So I went grocery shopping yesterday. It's Saturday morning, so I went grocery shopping Friday. Saturday morning there, the boys eating. Who knows what Zeke's doing with his oatmeal right now. But we had family night and we didn't want to miss out, so we threw all the cold stuff in the fridge and left everything else out on the counter. But we wanted to go ahead and get our grocery shopping done on Friday night so that we could properly Sabbath today. Although this feels probably kind of like a little bit of work putting it all away. So, we're learning. First Saturday truly trying to Sabbath. So yeah, let's jump in. I spent more money, I spent almost $100 over budget. I'll break it all down on the screen. But that was because I'm prepping for when this little girl comes. And so, yeah, it really hurt to spend that much money. But, what do you do? Okay, so 2 red bell peppers, some big pack of baby Bella mushrooms, got 7 Honeycrisp apples, no other fancy apples today. This is all we got. Some parsley. I'm worried. I don't know that this is going to be enough because I need this for multiple recipes, but this was all they had at Kroger. All they had. Some green onions, another bag of yellow onions, 2 red onions. Bryson will pickle one of these and then we'll use the other half in one of the dishes. 10 avocados. They were 88 cents a piece. I found that if I throw them in the fridge, then they last for a really long time if they're not yet ripened. So, did you know you can also freeze avocados? I'll link a page down below that tells you how to freeze them because it's life-changing. A bag of limes to replenish my sad store. Well, we're out anyways, but the last 2 look really sad. So, new bag of limes. A jalapeno. Also, jalapenos have been massive lately. They're so big. I don't need a jalapeno this big. I'm too wimpy for a jalapeno this big. A shallot, another bag of oranges, 2 pineapples. So pineapple was on sale, 2 for $4, and we need 2 cups per Hawaiian barbecue chicken tacos that we're making, and we're making an extra of those for when the baby comes, which I'll probably film a video that's like shows what all we have on hand for when she gets here. So that might be overkill, but we'll probably eat it. Zeke will eat it. Some kale. I needed spinach for the sun-dried tomato chicken pasta, but the only spinach that they had was like the Supergirl greens, and it was like $5 or $6 for a tiny container, and I was just like, kale's 99 cents a bunch at our Kroger. So we're subbing some kale out today. Got 3 pounds of carrots, some snap peas for that lower, these are snow peas for lo mein. I wanted to get snap peas, but they were really sad and kind of limp, so I decided to go with snow peas because they're pretty interchangeable. A big old thing of blueberries, a head of cabbage, which we'll use half of for the tacos. I don't know yet what we'll do with the other half. 2 bags of Brussels sprouts. So I was gonna do broccoli for multiple of our meals, but these were on sale and they do last a long time in the fridge, so I know they'll be fine for 2 weeks. And I love Brussels sprouts. So we'll sub that out. And 2 bunches of bananas. One of these bunches we'll use in the house, and another bunch I'm gonna try to double batch some banana bread and freeze it so that we have it on hand during postpartum. Okay, our dairy section, 2 things of milk, some pizza blend cheese for our pizza, another block of pepper jack, some Parmesan, and 2 things of whole milk Greek yogurt. This half and half, I needed heavy cream, but they didn't have any. So I figured this is the next best thing for the recipes that I need. So we got that. Meat, gosh, this is where I spent the most money. This is what like actually kind of physically hurts, but whatever, it's for a good cause. So lunch meat for Bryson, 2 things of eggs. We have 1 egg left in the fridge. I needed some sausage, some breakfast sausage for that breakfast skillet hash that we're gonna do. And I saw this and I thought it was a really good, it looked really good. So I'll let you know how that goes. Excited to try that. Another thing of bacon. I had to dig for this. I almost couldn't find this. They almost only had like the really expensive bacon left. Okay, 3 pounds of ground chicken. This is for those meatballs that I'm gonna make and batch prep. We may eat this in 2 Fridays, or yeah, if we don't end up going to my in-laws, then this is what we'll eat. But if not, we will have a triple recipe of chicken meatballs in the freezer so that we can just pull those out whenever we want. So 5 pounds of ground beef. I realize that the fat ratio is kind of high for some people, but this is $4 a pound, and it was cheaper than anything else I could buy. I need 2 pounds for the chili that I'm making, and I'm doubling the chili recipe so I can freeze half of it. And then I think I'll just cut this into thirds and freeze it as a pound. I also have a scale so I can measure it if I want to be a perfectionist. So that is 3 other servings of meat that I will have on hand, whether I cook it off and make taco meat and have it in the freezer. I don't know what I'll do yet. And then some chicken thighs. I only needed 2.5 pounds, but I grabbed a little over 3. So we'll use this for the Hawaiian chicken tacos, and I'll either just add a little bit more to the Hawaiian chicken tacos, or I will freeze a couple of these chicken thighs and use them for something else. Okay, this was not on my list, but it was on sale because the sell by date is today. So I am going to throw this in the freezer, and then it will just be on hand because Bryson and I, we love shredded pork for carnitas or barbecue pork bowls or whatever. So I think this one is probably enough for us to just make and shred instead of like cutting it in half. But I thought it was a really good price, so I just bit the bullet and got it. All right, on to our pantry stuff. Yet another place where I spent a ton of money. All right, so I got pink salmon packets. It would have honestly just been cheaper probably to buy fresh salmon that I needed. Yeah, I should have just done that. But I was honestly halfway through the store and it was such chaos and I was just like, not gonna go back. So this is what we're gonna use for the, ooh, that shadow's bad. This is what we're gonna use for the salmon cakes. Some more rice cakes. They didn't have the Kroger brand. They only had these. A couple diced green chilies for the chili. A big old thing of applesauce for Zeke. Some chocolate chips for our baking. Some organic lo mein noodles. I couldn't really find, I should have probably just gotten spaghetti, but again, it was one of those, I'm halfway through, I'm just gonna grab this. That's where you get in trouble, people. Had to get a couple of spices. They had no red pepper flakes, so I had to, in their like basic brand, so I grabbed the Simple Truth organic brand, black peppercorns for my pepper grinder that you see all the time, and this big old thing of garlic powder. Some strawberry preserves. Bryson just asked that we have some jelly on hand for peanut butter and jellies for our son, sometimes for us. More brown rice. A couple of bags of these kettle chips. The pepperoncini are so good. And then some backyard barbecue. We've discovered that Zeke eats goldfish at daycare and really likes them, so this is just going to be an easy snack to have on hand for him. Some salsa for the, what is this for? The breakfast skillet. Some Pam. 2 things of this potato bread. It was supposed to be buy one, get one free, but it didn't ring up that way, but that's okay. So we'll just put one of those in the freezer. 2 of these Dave's Killer Bagel bags. I had to get some more maple syrup. All right, now these next 3 ingredients, these are what I'm gonna use along with actually some chocolate chips in lactation granola bars. They are so good. They're like lactation cookies, but they have less fat in them. Lactation cookies typically have a ton of fat, and they're delicious. I love lactation cookies, but I think they were part of the problem with me trying to lose weight last time. So we're gonna stick to lactation granola bars. So I needed almond flour, hemp seeds, which I have hemp seeds already for the granola that I make. I just I don't have enough. And then some flax meal. They didn't have their Kroger brand flax meal, or else I probably would have gotten that, but that's okay. So those 3 are for lactation granola bars, which I will batch cook or batch make and then freeze. Got some graham crackers, some panko breadcrumbs. Oh no, just regular whole wheat breadcrumbs. Well, that's okay. It'll still work for what we need. Some spicy ranch dressing, some rice Chex Mix for me to snack on. I have all of the cans that I need for my chili that I'm doubling. Tricolor beans, they're 4 per container. Tricolor beans, tomato sauce, and diced tomatoes. Some pinto beans for that breakfast skillet, and some more mayonnaise for Bryson. So yeah, I think that about covers it. Oh, I did get a couple of extra things. So these were on sale. I rarely ever get to buy these, but they were on sale at a pretty good price, so I just bought 2 of them. They're really good. I love them. This we'll talk about in a second, but this, I just picked up a little pack of newborn diapers in case she comes early or for whenever she comes. We'll have these on hand before we need to go get more. She may not even be the size, who knows? Feels like she's gonna be the size of like a toddler, but that's not true. Okay, so these are a funny story. Bryson got me some, for Christmas, I got Japanese Kit Kats, like an assortment of Japanese Kit Kats. Hi!
Wow!
Wow, you got your rain boots on? Where are you going with your rain boots? Or you just put them on?
You just wanted them on.
Oh.
Now you
Okay.
understand what distraction is like. You're trying to say something. Mama!
Toddlerhood. Oh, here we go. We're back. Okay, bye. Anyways, so I got like an assortment of Japanese Kit Kats because one day I went on this long, like, rabbit hole discovering all the Kit Kats that come out of Japan. And I was like, Bryson, we have to try these. So for Christmas, he bought me this pack of Japanese Kit Kats, like a sampler pack. And one of the flavors was raspberry. And it was so good. It was one of the top flavors we had. But, you know, you can't find raspberry Kit Kats here. I probably could at like H Mart or something, or like an Asian grocery store. And I'll go look eventually. But I saw these at the store and I scooped them up just in case. What if they're as good, you know? What if they're as good as those Japanese Kit Kats? We'll report back. But yeah, so that was a little extra purchase, both of these. But oh well, you know, gotta live sometimes. All right, we will see you in the upcoming Cook With Me. Thank you for joining me for this kind of long grocery haul.